Russia is at the stage of the active planning of pseudo-referendums in Donbass. This was reported by the British Ministry of Defense, referring to the intelligence data. It is true that the Russian invaders cannot determine the final date of the illegal voting due to the failures at the front line. After all, the Russian authorities plan to hold the pseudo-referendums after the complete occupation of the region.
On August 11, 2022, Russian media reported that the head of the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic, Denis Pushilin, said that the date of the referendum on the joining of the Donetsk People's Republic to Russia would be announced after the so-called complete liberation of its territory. Earlier, in June 2022, investigative journalists released the evidence that the self-named DPR was strategically planning to hold such a referendum and secure at least 70% of the votes in favor of joining Russia. From the message of the British Ministry of Defense.
According to human rights activists, the Russian invaders are going to open 495 polling stations in the Luhansk region and about 300 polling stations in the Donetsk region. At the same time, the Russian invaders are agitating Luhansk residents to go to the so-called referendum in exchange for solving housing issues.
In Svatove, Ukraine, high-ranking officials from Russia have agitated internally displaced persons to take part in a pseudo-referendum while promising to solve all their problematic issues. The question is when. People have been forced to live not in the houses, hostels or communal institutions, but in the stadium for several months already. Moreover, to live at an outdoor sports facility, and that's 2 months before the start of the heating season. These people have nowhere to return. Their housing has been destroyed by the Russian world. The world that now looks in the eyes of the homeless people of the Luhansk region and has the conscience to promise something in exchange for their words. Serhiy Haidai, head of the Luhansk Regional Military Administration, on Facebook.
The Russian occupiers continue to prepare for a pseudo-referendum in the occupied territory of the Kherson region. Despite the fact that there is very little support among the local population, the invaders are trying to buy the votes of Kherson residents. It is reported by the Kherson Regional Military Administration.
The Russian invaders want to buy the votes of the residents of the Kherson region before holding a fake referendum. More and more institutions are being opened on the territory of the region, where everyone is promised financial assistance in the amount of 10,000 rubles. Also, according to the Center for Countering Disinformation, the Russian invaders are looking for a place to hold a pseudo-referendum and form their media representatives for propaganda. From the message of the Kherson Regional Military Administration on Facebook.
The Civil Network OPORA says that Moscow will only create the appearance of the legitimacy of the voting like 8 years ago. They want to carry it out as soon as possible in order to prevent the counteroffensive of the Ukrainian army. According to the analysts, after all, the results of these fake referendums will create the so-called legal grounds for the annexation of the Ukrainian territories by the Russian invaders. If this happens, it will be much more difficult for Ukraine to return its ancestral lands. Furthermore, Russia can put pressure on the world community by using nuclear blackmail.
In the conditions of blackmail, the main thing that Russia wants is to present the fact that we now consider those territories as our own. If you disagree, you can argue there, at the round tables, but we will perceive the liberation of these territories as a threat to Russia itself. And to the extent that Ukraine and the civilized world succumb to this blackmail, the extent to which Russia's strategy will be successful.
Analysts say that the pseudo-referendums like these will not have any legal consequences. The Constitution of Ukraine provides questions about changing the territory of the country can be resolved exclusively at the all-Ukrainian referendum. They also contradict the norms of international law. The results of such voting will not be recognized by any legal state. And also, President Volodymyr Zelensky said that the pseudo-referendums will close any possibility of negotiation with Ukraine for Russia. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Vlada Tsurkan, UATV News.